Okay, so I'm gonna play Scavenger. It is a survival style game, lots of text to read, so I'm gonna go through that. Very unforgiving. Got a resume button, but I think I died the last time. So just gonna new game. So from here, the abilities you can choose from and flaws you can choose from. I'll go through the rest of the UI, I guess. So main menu just gives you the options. You have moves, every tile, it's a hex-based move system. You'll see that in a bit. So there's hunger, thirst, rest, how much you're carrying if there's too much, comfortability, maybe you're not wearing shoes, temperature outside, and if you've taken damage. So I have a specific setup that I'm going to use, and I'm going to continue to use that until I can successfully play the game through once. And if that works, then I think I might try just randomizing it at another point, but randomizing would be certain death for me because I don't know enough about the game yet. So I'm going to take melee, trapping, botany, better chance to hit in combat, higher wound severity, better defense combat, can leg driven combat. Can trap and prepare animals. This is really helpful for keeping safe in looting areas. Knowledge of herbs, fungi, and other useful plants, so when you forage in the forest, you can eat stuff without getting completely sick. Lockpicking really helps with the loot. And then metabolism, I believe, is the right one. No, it's metabolism down here. So take myopia and metabolism, that frees up 3 more points because we took negative features. So myopia means you can see 1 less hex than normal, and hidden creatures are harder to find. But you can fix this later in the game, so it's a good thing to have. And then metabolism, your food and water intake rate increased, but your healing rate is also increased, so that's actually kind of a buff. And because I have 3 more I can take, I could take either athletic, which is less fatigue per move. I can run away faster and run further on map before my moves deplete. Mechanic, this one kind of overlaps on other things that I haven't seen it used, but I think I'm going to take hacking and electrician. So electronic systems and then computer systems, because as I understand it, you need hacking to actually run through the game. So let's go. You wake up disoriented, slumped over the base of an empty cryosleep pod, still damp from cryo fluid. The thick dust from the floor clings to your skin, leaving a clean spot in the ground where a large 05 is painted. Across the room there's an open door to the hallway and a broken window leading outside. Just as you gather your wits, an unearthly stream erupts from down the hall beyond the doorway. Something is coming, fast. So this is an encounter menu. These are the options I have for my encounter, and I have my option to put here. So I can jump out the window and I can flee, and from what I understand, that will basically leave you without having to fight the monster. If I fight the monster, I win, and I get to take his jacket. But I'm probably explaining too much. I'll just show what happens. So melee, click confirm. I can hit spacebar for that. So we go. You instinctively drop to a defensive stance as it bursts into the room. The beast stands on its hind legs like a man, but has the appearance of a ragged predatory dog. It looks right at you and shrieks with a sound that freezes your blood. Despite your fear, you put up a pretty good fight. You move like you've done this before and avoid most of his lunges. You even managed to deliver a blow that sends the beast reeling in a haze. Taking advantage of his distraction, you knock him to the ground and deliver a fatal blow with your knee. Though wounded, you're at least alive. So you can see there from that encounter we took some pain. Also, it's cold outside, so that's going to make it difficult. to compensate for things later on. With the rush of adrenaline fading, you turn your attention back to the strange room. You should probably finish up here in case there are more of those things. So now I've got some more options. There's a vehicle screen. That means that you can carry stuff with you in like a cart or a sled of some sort, which we don't obviously have yet. We have basically nothing right now. So there's a camp screen. On the left it will show items on the ground, available campsites, which you can sort through. It would show you how beneficial your sleep will be, how alert you'll be to the surroundings, and what shelter you have. There's nothing here. So closing that opens the item screen. We're wearing a talisman. We're wearing a hospital gown. We have a wrist strap labeled Philip Kindred, so that's, I guess, who we are. So we have a corpse and some broken glass here. So the Dogman corpse. It's very heavy, we won't be able to carry that. Bring back open the encounter screen, yep. Okay, so we can search the console for records. Let's do that. Check the console for any patient info, come across 3 records. Tank number 5 is us. And as you can see, all 3 of these records are from Detroit, so that's where the game is set. And it shows billing account info 2014 11/17. Not sure that will be useful, but it also shows that we were committed to this area in 2019, so this is set in the future. Confirm. Okay, so we want to climb out the window. We're going to leave. You decide to go outside and see if you can figure out where you are. Avoiding the broken glass, you step onto the sill and outside, rustling some plants that have grown wild in the area. It's cool outside and damp, probably morning. The distant report of a gun catches your attention. You cock your head listening, but it's over as quickly as it started. Obviously, you're not alone out here, though it doesn't necessarily comfort you. You're in the parking lot of Geige's Cryo facility, but everything looks disguised and in disrepair. Plants have pushed their way through the pavement and over the facility. Worst of all, nothing looks familiar. You don't remember this place or even who you are. Your frustration mounts, but you catch it and put it in check. Might as well take a look around. So this is what the map looks like, the overworld. Clicking tab, I believe. Nope, not doing anything for me right now. Tab should have shown the overworld map. Oh, M. So this is the whole map. It's very large, and tab shows me this. Skills and abilities screen, if you needed to recap that. Crafting screen, we're going to spend a lot of time in there. There's also an item screen, so it shows what's on the ground, shows you what's on your person. Medical conditions, so we have a minor cut, minor bleeding, minor pain. We're going to try and look for something to cover this up so that we don't get infected, because you can just die from that. Minor bruising, minor pain, that should take care of itself. Not a problem there. Okay. So let's go to the crafting section. So we have all of our options that we took here. We have all of our inventory and everything that's on the ground. Inventory is highlighted in yellow, and ground items are not. So we also have a known recipes list, and there's quite a bit. You learn more as you go. I watched another Let's Player, Splattercat, go through this game, so I have a pretty good idea of what to expect. And then these 3 buttons also do stuff, so toggling one will make items transfer back and forth, or you can just drag them. So sometimes I switch between both. So put stuff here to combine. So I took a shard of glass and I took the corpse, and this will allow me to break him down into pieces. But if I take trapping and put it in there, I'll get a fur coat from the Dogman, and it's extremely valuable, and it's the only reason why you would fight the Dogman in the first place, because taking a wound in the early game it's not the best. But you can see when we started without trapping, we would have had fur, but we want trapping so we can get the cloak. So confirm that. Everything comes into our inventory. Put that stuff back in, it doesn't really matter. And we can close the crafting screen. So, inventory is Q button, so we can see us in the ground. So we can turn this off, turn that off. Okay. So current conditions barefoot, so that's uncomfortable for us. I'm gonna put on the Dogman fur coat. And see the outdoor temperature? This affects how comfortable you are, and I'm not sure if it would increase your hunger or increase the way you go through your thirst if you're cold. Haven't played enough to know. But I want to take this glass and I'm going to put it in my hand and carry it with me. I'd consider taking the meat to carry with me, but I think something might smell it and come and get me. So I'm going to go back to the main area. You can also scavenge the area, see if there's anything useful here. So we're going to do that. We're going to scavenge. So put in the cryo facility, put the option here. You can also just leave. So I'm going to confirm. Despite its high-tech appearance, facility seems to be tucked away on the lower side of the site. This bodes well for chances of finding something of value or even shelter. Provided nothing else, set us up shop here with some ideas. So loot, safety, and sneak. So I'm not likely to be caught or make noise searching this facility for loot. It is extremely safe to search. The lower it gets, the more dangerous it becomes, and you can straight up kill yourself from a collapsed building. And the chance to find loot is very, very high. So we're going to confirm. Found something. Your activity likely alerted nearby creatures. So even though my sneak was really high, I still alerted nearby people. So I'm going to open up the menu again. And all it does is lets you re-enter. So that's just an overview to see where we are. So I'm going to go, you can only go one tile at a time, and I've got 3 moves left because scavenging the area used up one of my moves. So I'm going to move this way. As you approach the town, there is no sign of activity. Buildings stand in ruin. Vehicles are overturned and blackened with fire. Explosion marks radiate outward from walls and pavement. In the distance, strange-looking creatures circle the sky, like monstrous leathery vultures. The world has drastically changed from what you knew. Some sort of cataclysm has befallen Earth, returning mankind to the Dark Ages, and along with it, your hopes of finding a warm meal and some answers. You decide to look around and scavenge what you can from the ruins. So, I also left tracks moving between these places. So some creatures or NPCs will try and hunt you down, and that's one way for them to do it. You can also see my character has a look about him, and as I equip items and things, it will change slightly. So I'm going to scavenge here. So there's locked storage shed, abandoned mobile home. So a locked storage shed I would not be able to go into. Locked storage sheds are a good sign. Somebody thinks there's something valuable inside. No one has been able to remove it yet. The question is, can you get past the lock? I don't have the materials required to get past it, so I'm just going to go to this unlocked storage shed first. Very low chance of loot, as you can see. Storage sheds are mixed bags. Ostensibly there should be some good items inside, but then again, anyone here before you would have known that and cleaned it out. Still, it's worth a shot. There's a chance I'm going to alert someone, and a very good chance I'm not going to get hurt by scavenging. So I'm going to confirm the loot. No useful items were found. So there's still one move left in my turn. I'm going to search the mobile home. Like other homes, mobile homes are on the front lines of war between fleeing urban populations and supernatural hordes from the wilds. However, their smaller size of 10 often, it looks like there's space there, often means there's less to be found in each. So high safety, low sneak, I might alert someone. Very little loot, but I need to take a chance. And I found some stuff. You saw it slide across the screen. You found something. Go to the items to see what it is. So I found a hoodie, I found a t-shirt, a couple t-shirts. You can see here there's value to these. So there's later on you'll find areas where you can sell items, and they also have a condition. So the condition wears down as you go through it eventually, and they'll eventually break, so you stop being able to use them. 100% condition on this. This brown t-shirt I'm going to put on and wear it, so my temperature will probably go up. I think I can wear multiple t-shirts though. And I'm also going to put on this hoodie. See how my temperature kept going up. Hoodie was in pretty good condition. So there's some rags here. I'm not sure if you can hear the rain outside, probably. So there's a Corn-a-Cola plastic bottle. I could carry that with me, but I really have no room for anything. Another bottle, some stones, pebbles, dirty rags. These dirty rags, I can actually put on my cuts and bruises, and because I can't really carry them anyways, that's what it's going to be like. I can clean these rags, but I obviously don't have the receptacles to do so just yet. So I'm going to go back on here. I'm not thirsty, so I don't need to drink this. Back to the menu. I have no turns left, and there's actually another space that I think I can loot, so I'm just going to end my turn here. So ending my turn allows whatever's out there to move while I sit still. And now I have my moves back, so I'm going to scavenge again. I have one more abandoned home that I'm going to search. Again, low loot, high safety, mild sneak. No useful items, but I've probably alerted some nearby creatures. So movement cost is denoted down the left there, and status effects will come down into this region beside my open crafting screen. Put that glass shard. So this is also your weapons category. You can punch or you can use your shard, but if I were to move down here, it would cost 1. If I were to move up here, it would cost 2. So I'm going to do that, and it shows kind of a larger spread of area, and I only have 1 move left. So I'm going to move over here, and now that I'm here, I have no moves left. I need to end my turn, and I think I'm going to break this off as the first episode, and we'll do kind of an episodic gameplay, and we'll jump right into this encounter we find ourselves in. So hope we're enjoying that so far, and we'll see how it goes.